Well, back on the bank again. Overnight this time. Just devoured my dinner, which was, what was it? A breakfast in a tortilla wrap. Tactics today are pretty similar to what I have been using. Two singles out there, both on pop-ups, roughly the same area, with five spuds of, right, five spawns of gunk around them, in the same area. The only difference being, at the moment, they're the same colour, but one's on a size 5 ESP curve shank, and the other one is on a size 6 long shank nailer, so one of them's slightly higher than the other one. The other rod is a snowman setup on a blowback. I'm not using the slip D on this occasion, simply because that I didn't ever set up on my rods like that. So today's going to be the last day I'm down for about 2 weeks. So I've got to try somehow and get down in the week to put some bait in, because I've been baiting this spot for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like 3 or 4 weeks. And the last thing I want to do is to stop the bait going in and let the fish move over to either somewhere else, somebody else's bait, or to another area of the lake. While I've got the bait going in, they know there's food there, so whether they turn up to feed on it when I'm here or when I'm not bothered about that. They know that there's food in the area. I'd have a bit of a nightmare this morning. I finished work at 11 o'clock last night, so I was home by about 20 past 11, 25 past 11, something like that. I thought, right, fishing tomorrow for the weekend, so I've got to get up early, got to go down the shop, get my food for the weekend, straight down the lake. It didn't quite work out like that. Woke up at 5:45 this morning and sat there, laid there, and I thought, do I want a coffee, don't I want a coffee? I'll get up in another 10 minutes and then that'll give me time to do all my bits and pieces that you do in the morning, make a coffee, by which time it'll be, sort of about 10 to 7, nick the coffee, down the shop for 7, go round, I know exactly what I want, I know exactly where it is, so I'm out at the shop by 10 past 7 and on the way down to the lake. I'll be here about 25 past 7. That was my plan. Plans did not quite go to plan. Yes, I woke up at 5:45. Yes, I was sat laid in bed and I was thinking, do I, don't I? No, I'll have another 5 minutes. Fatal. I eventually got out of bed at 8:15. So that meant that I had to forgo my coffee in the house this morning. Straight down the shop, and I was down here by 9 o'clock. So that was the best part of the day gone. You don't see where the fish are, you can't see them bubbling, you can't see them rolling unless they show up while you're here. But this time of year on this lake, it's generally about an hour after dawn, you don't see nothing. Through the night and the hour after dawn is when you see them. So I'm a bit gutted this morning. Well, this afternoon now, I should say. So yeah, we'll just have to see what the day brings. Well, day and night. Heard a bit of good news when I was turned up and I was stood over on the other lake talking to my mate. Another one of my mates turned up, and he likes to keep his catches quiet. And he asked me if I was, because my car was already parked in the swim, he asked me if I was doing an overnighter, and I said, yeah. He said, oh, well, that's the swim that I was going to go in because I've been doing a bit of leading about. So I said, oh, so you found my clear spot then, eh? Because it's getting bigger. And he turned around and says, no, not for that reason. Last winter I had a 28.5 common off here, and the spots are still clear, so whether he had it from where I've been baiting or not, I don't know. I've got 2 rods in about 8 foot of water. I say about 8 because I mean I didn't guess, I plumbed it, but you can still only, when you're plumbing, you can still only guess unless you get one of them, what do you call them, deeper pros and stuff like that, tells you exactly. So I'm approximately 8 foot on 2 rods, and the other rod's 5 foot. Now that's the rod where I've been putting the boilies. I mean, really, I suppose I could try a zig out there, but what I would do if I was trying zigs, I'd put 2 zigs over where I've been putting the particle. In the 8 foot of water, I'd have it at, I don't know, about 5 foot and 7 foot, just in case that, yeah, they're there, they're not feeding on my spot where the food is, they're just sort of sitting up above it waiting for to go down and feed. So I might try that next time I'm down. So yeah, that's another trick to try next time. See if I can show you the rods. I may have to move the camera. No, it's not turning round. I don't know why. No, it's not turning round, so I can't show you without actually turning the whole thing round. But if I do that, I won't be able to see you. So yeah. I think I'll mate it up in the next swim. I think he's had one because I did hear a buzzer go earlier, but it kept going for a long while, so whether he was in his bag or not, I don't know. So right, until the next little update, I'll see you later. Right, how am I fishing this session? Pretty much the same as I always do. It's light leads, slack lines. I've said what rigs I use, so in actual fact, I think, yeah, here they are. The rigs I'm using on 2 of the rods. I've got to get my super glue out again. That's the long shank nailer rig, if I can get it in focus. That's the long shank nailer rig, and the size 5 rig is exactly the same, it's just that it's a different pattern of hook, basically. There we go. Alright, there's different beads on there. but that's only because they're the beads that I grabbed hold of when I went into my bead box. Sounds like our mate is baiting up. I'll have to put some more super glue on that one, and that one. That one's alright. So yeah, they're the rigs I'm using. One's tied, let's see if I get this right. The long shank nailer is tied to Fox Cortex. Yeah, Fox Cortex, and the size 5 is tied to the fluorocarbon. I might even try it with some stiffer material, you know, sort of like your chud rig type stuff, amnesia, and stuff like that. I might try it with that, because obviously it's going to be, once it goes in the mouth, it's going to be harder for them to eject it, or so we think. Yeah, I think I've got some 360 tied up. I think I'll try that next time. A little bit cold. I'm not bothering putting my jacket or my coat on yet, because if I do and it gets really cold tonight, then I won't feel the benefit of it. So yeah. Ooh. Not seen nothing show itself as yet, but then saying that, I didn't expect it to be. So whatever. Oh, I love this time of year. 95% of the time you've got the banks to yourself. You can fish where you want to, you can fish how you want to. Another couple of 3 weeks I should be dropping down the size of my indicators, because at the minute I got what are they, 12 gram. Yeah, they're 12 grams. So a couple of 3 weeks I should be dropping down to, pardon me, I think they're 3 gram, 5 gram. Yeah, 5 gram. The solar 3 line ones. And then that way I can balance the indicators better than what I can them ones there. Shows up tiny little bites then, you know. There's loads of rudd in this lake, so they're for more likely forever pecking your bait, and it does show them little pecks up. Whereas with these indicators, they're fairly heavy, you know, so correspondingly it's 9 times out of 10 when the bobbing goes, it's a fish on the bank. So that's it for another hour. I might even try some PVA bags a bit later. Not today, but a bit later in the season, when the fish do become really spotty. So right, that's it for another update. I'll catch you later.